Chapter 6. A Discouraging Start. The breeze that played amidst the tall, sturdy oaks and narrow pines of the creek bed that morning were warm and sweet. Redbirds whistled in distant foliage, and everywhere sparrows chirped and twittered. Rippling, wind-driven wavelets sparked brightly on the river, like snow against a deep blue sky. Red, pink, blue, yellow, purple, and white flowers blazed in the sunlight, arching out from the shadows of shaded hedgerow. The group had forested out the creek wood Saturday afternoon, and managed to clear a sandy workspace from the clinging honeysuckle and clematis vines before the sun faded. A number of trees were felled and collected. In the lazy afternoon that followed Church Sunday, Jenny fostered plan after plan for her river craft, while dutifully resting on the Sabbath. The raft was laid out and measured. After securely lashing the corners and crisscrossing braces, only a few more large base logs would be needed to provide a seaworthy base for the envisioned steamboat packet. Jenny had planned an early start Monday, hoping to nail and lash together a sufficiently recognizable aquatic craft by mid-afternoon. Hopefully, a test launching in the shallows of Anawake Creek could be attempted in the evening hours. But, as always, there was the proverbial fly in the ointment. She had forgotten to bring Mr. Favor's toolbox home with her Saturday evening. It would certainly be slow going without even the most rudimentary implements with which to forge her creation. After inspecting the day's work, she was off in a flash to town. She discovered Dewey alone, attempting to repair a busted bicycle in the tool shed. She noticed he had purloined his father's pocket watch again, and it dangled precipitously close to the greasy, dirty workings of the latest 20th century marvel. Jennifer promptly began a lecture. "Dewey, do you think it's smart to work with your father's watch so close at hand? You know he doesn't care for you borrowing it as you please. He promised one of your own for your birthday if you just leave his alone. Galloping grasshoppers," she continued. "Why don't you just do as you're told? Are you crazy?" "Because I just wanted to, I guess," grunted Dewey, brushing vigorously on a grease-coated sock sprocket. "Not a very smart answer, boy. Smart enough for a girl, I reckon." Jenny, now flustered, blushed red-faced. "Oh, yeah? Well, girls got enough sense not to do stupid things just 'cause some lame brain thinks they're smart. Go ahead, wear it and break it. See if I care." "We'll get all excited about it, girl," Dewey lanced. "Calm down. Relax. Why do you let things get you so aroused?" Jenny thought. "He would have me look into myself for that which is not in me." Clearly a less than controlled Jennifer, wrestling with prepubescent blood chemistry, was ready to cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. Dewey mentally measured his response and reoffered a sanguine, "Relax." Peering up from his work, he nonchalantly asked, "Have you walked all the way from your house just to chastise me, or is there at least some valid reason for your presence?" "Oh, shut up, Cracker." Jenny scowled. Dewey continued with his work on the bicycle in silence as Jenny prepared for a battle royale. Dewey crossed around to the other side of the bike, limping, and Jenny frowned. That limp. That was one reason she generally got the worst end of the stick in her dealings with Dewey Favors. Most of the time, you forgot he had it, and he certainly didn't seem to care much. Or did he? You just never knew with Dewey. Why was talking to him so maddening of late? As preliminaries for borrowing tools in a neighborly fashion, these transpiring amenities hardly seemed conducive to the accomplishment of her objectives. But no matter, she would hardly be dependent on a provoking boy like Dewey. "Guess I'll be going," she announced haughtily. "I don't seem much wanted around here today. Where are your cousins this morning?" Liz is out in the orchard playing somewhere, and no doubt Rady is helping Mother with one or another household chore. Mondays is wash day around here, and I suspect they're bringing in the sheets, so to speak. Will you come rejoicing and join them? Jenny could only cock her head sideways and grimace. After a pregnant pause, Dewey commented, Rady's a rather nice person, I think. Oh, quite, Jenny said coldly. Glad you like her. Well, so long. She turned to exit the warm wooden shed when he called after her, How's the boat coming? I'm hoping to start in on the finishings tomorrow or the next day, I think, she answered. I was going to lend you a few of Father's tools, wasn't I? Oh, that's right, but I think I can manage with Papa's paltry collection, she returned. Danged if I'd take his help anyway, she thought, strolling off head held high, cheeks flaming. She was halfway down Main Street when she heard short, puffy steps chasing after her. It was Liz, and she looked a bit flustered and exasperated. Her short blonde curls sparkled against her sweaty forehead. Her dimpled knees strained with the weight of a heavy wooden box. I bought you carpenter tools. Dewey said to. Oh, I don't want them, said Jenny, relieving the small child of her burden and slamming them down on the boardwalk of Mrs. Kirby's store. I can carry them for you, Lizzie protested, picking them up again and chasing after Jennifer. Jenny grabbed them again, and the two fought over the box on the dusty thoroughfare. Liz finally relinquished her grip in the middle of the pebbly road. The two stormed through town and down the hill to the ferry. Can I walk to the river with you? The girl queried. Certainly, came Jenny's short reply. What's that for? Liz asked, pointing to a worn-out planer.